Welcome to the Nation of Jake on The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
All right, welcome to it.
Yes, have some.
It's the Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990, online, KWAMTheVoice.com. Streaming live on the YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube, find Nation of Jake, run that all together, one word, Nation of Jake. Follow along on Facebook and Twitter at Nation of Jake as well on this Friday, July 19th, year of our Lord 2019. 90 degrees as we speak, high of 92, but the heat index will vary from 105 to 109 throughout the Mid-South. We are under a heat advisory. That's right. A heat advisory has been issued for the entire Mid-South by the National Weather Service. The alert will be active through 8 p.m. tonight. Heat index ratings will be between 105 degrees and 109 degrees. So, all of your friends and family and elderly and pets need to be advised it is hot. This is part of a nationwide heat wave. 29 to 32 states are under this advisory in one way, shape, or form. Heat wave, heat advisory, excessive heat warning, heat dome, hellscape, Vesuvius, call it whatever you will. And I usually joke about the whole beat the heat thing as if you don't know how to stay cool when it's hot. But here's the thing. I've already read about a guy out practicing football, collapsed and died. My pops is out there playing golf. I think he's actually smart enough to go out there early, get an early tee time, so he didn't get into the hottest part of the day playing golf. People just don't take it very seriously. So I usually deride the whole hashtag beat the heat as obvious. And oh my God, do we really need to go over beat the heat? Apparently we do, especially if we're under this heat wave, heat advisory, heat warning, heat dome, hellscape, Vesuvius type conditions. So just be advised. Was that enough as advisement? Because by law, I have to advise you that it's hot outside. If I don't, I can be held liable for any heat-related illness. That's an FCC thing. Take it up with them. We got details of Willie Harrington's press conference on the Tom Lee Park plan. Very interesting what Willie Harrington is doing here. I don't think that he is going to get any votes out of this, but it's the pressure that he's putting on the incumbent Mayor Strickland.
Mr. Strickland! Mayor!
To actually do something about it before the battle mayoral on October 3rd, which is less than 3 months away, about 2.5 months from the battle mayoral. And by the way, it's Harrington. Harrington. It's hilarious when you go on social media and somebody will see an article about Willie Harrington and they will read that article or read the headline and then type Harrington with a G in it. It's not Willie Harrington. It's Brandon Harrington. It's Willie Harrington. Not Harrington like Steve from Stranger Things Harrington. Okay? Harrington. The guy was only the mayor for 1,000,000 years. Can you get his name right? Not out of respect, just out of correctness. Because it's annoying when you get it wrong. Okay, so the Birds Aren't Real movement is picking up steam. I brought this up a couple of weeks ago. I was leaving the Van Halen concert. Not the real Van Halen, but the fake Van Halen, faux Van Halen, the 1984 tribute at the Bluff over there on Highland. Wolfman and I walk out of Highland, or walk out of the Bluff onto Highland, and we see a billboard. It simply reads, "Birds Aren't Real." Don't know how long it's been there. I don't get down to Highland often. I'm not 18 years old going to a beer bust at Fats. All right, those days are long gone. That said, we see this billboard, and we're like, WTF, mate? And we look it up. There's an entire theory. I'm not going to call it a conspiracy theory because I want to give the people respect. The Birds Aren't Real movement, there was a TV appearance by one of the leaders of the Birds Aren't Real movement. I would like to share that with you guys. We'll do that during the What the Hell segment because, when people tell you birds aren't real, you tend to say, what the hell are you talking about? We'll get to the bottom of it, or we will just scratch the surface. All right, and CNN has now, in this media environment, this news cycle, with all week long has been controversy over Donald Trump tweets, xenophobia, racist tweets and chants. Well, CNN.com, on the front page today, they have a dollar store expose. That's right, the dark side of dollar stores. Dollar General, Dollar Tree. What's the dark side of these places? I love the dollar store. I go to the dollar store 3 times a week. All right, I just pick up various and sundry. Just think, $1, man. Can't beat it. Everything's $1? You kidding me? You don't have to go read any price tags, no budgeting. You got a couple bucks, get a couple things. It's all good to go. So CNN claims there's a downside to the dollar stores. We'll get into that as well. Maybe some hate mail, maybe not. I don't know. We'll play it by ear as we do on Fridays. I am about over the whole Donald Trump versus Ilhan Omar saga. We have it continuing. We've got President Donald Trump. He's put in his crosshairs the squad. Ilhan Omar and the squad. Whose squad is it anyway? That's a good question. I was told it was AOC's squad. But Ilhan Omar from Minnesota, the Democratic Congresswoman, Somali refugee turned naturalized American citizen, she is now front and center of the squad. I wonder if there are going to be any kind of intra-squad squabbles. The squabble. I don't know. Maybe somebody's not getting enough ink. Maybe Rashida Tlaib is over there saying, hey, it's my turn. Maybe she needs to call the president and MF-er again to kind of get in front of the squad. Maybe AOC's just taking a break. This Ayanna Pressley, who I guess was initiated into the squad sometime recently because I'd never heard of her before. She's in the squad. Maybe the squad will grow. You know, maybe it's kind of like a tag team deal, like a 4-person squad. Well, Ilhan Omar is now front and center with the squad. And she was greeted at the airport, I guess, when she went home after calling the president a fascist and being the subject of a send her back chant by Trump supporters at a rally in North Carolina. Well, this was the scene, I guess, at the airport there in Minnesota. I don't know what their airport's called. I don't know. Twin Cities is at their airport. I don't know. Let's check it out. Welcome home, Ilhan. You be Ilhan. All right, Ilhan Omar, welcomed by a lot of white people in Minnesota chanting. What's with all the chanting? Why is everybody getting together and chanting in groups? It's creepy. Who would do that? Who would take time out of their day? Well, I don't know if you're working, you're sleeping, you're taking your kids to soccer camp, you're just doing stuff, you're watching TV. I don't know. You don't really want to get up and go chant with groups of people at an airport for a congressperson. Does not compute in my mind. I don't feel that strongly about any of these people in this story. I wouldn't go to a Trump rally. I wouldn't go chant anything with a crowd at a Trump rally. Likewise, I would not go to the airport and greet any Congress people if they were coming home. I don't care who it is. Steve Cohen, I'm sure as hell not going to greet him at the airport and chant in support of him. And David Kustoff, who I'm told is my neighbor and an all-around good guy, somebody who probably views things more along the lines I do, I'm not going to go visit him at the airport and find out what time his flight gets in so I can chant his name. Welcome home, Dave. It'll never happen. It will never happen, and I'd be kind of freaked out if I was a congressperson and I got off a plane and people were chanting welcome home. I'd go home. I don't live at the airport. Go home. This is not, I'm not a rock star. And we need more reluctant leaders, not these people who embrace it, because they all embrace it. Donald Trump, Ilhan Omar, AOC, the squad, they love this. They're raising their profiles and they're going to be set for life. All of them. Here's why, because they become celebrities. People are celebrating them instead of treating them like the public servants they are. It maddens me. It's insane. Well, Donald Trump, he mocked that scene at the Twin Cities airport. Here we go. We got it again. Woo, yeah! Trump mocked what he described as a staged greeting for foul-mouthed Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota in her home district, blasting the coverage and accusing the media of forging a sick partnership with the freshman congresswoman and her allies. So Trump's over going, oh, it was totally staged. Dude, everything you do is staged too. All those rallies are literally staged. You are literally on a stage. Everything is staged. This is political theater. Everything is staged. Nothing is impromptu. Nothing just happens. Of course it was staged. Somebody from Ilhan Omar's campaign, her office, said, get as many people together. Let's get there and let's make this scene happen. Of course they did. That didn't happen organically. If it did, it's one of those Facebook, everybody gets together. These are people who are really into this. All right, and so, yeah, or just really hate Donald Trump. You can get people together for flash mobs. You can do that. Make sure you're on the LTE, though, because you're still on 3G. Then you could miss the message that the flash mob was set for 12:30. It had been moved. So Donald Trump saying, no, that was staged. And they're in cahoots with the media. He says, it's amazing how the fake news media became crazed over the chant, send her back, by a packed arena, a record crowd in the great state of North Carolina, but is totally calm and accepting of the most vile and disgusting statements made by the three radical left congresswomen. That's right. He's not even counting Ayanna Pressley here. And he's dissing her. He's saying there's only three. And that squad, there's only three. There's not four. What is this? Mainstream media, which has lost all credibility, according to Trump, has either officially or unofficially become a part of the radical left Democrat Party. It's a sick partnership, so pathetic to watch. So this is just kind of going back and forth between Donald Trump and Ilhan Omar. And, I don't think this is necessarily evening Ralph, evening Sam. I think this is something different. I really believe that the squad does not like Donald Trump, and Donald Trump does not like the squad. That's not to say that they're not in the same kind of relationship with each other. They really don't like each other, but they're not, but they're benefiting from it, both of them. You've got Donald Trump is getting what he wants. He gets to paint this squad as the face of the Democrat Party. And when the time is right, if he plays it right, he can kind of leverage that into, oh, listen, their ideas are terrible. They're socialists. They're for open borders. They think all of you are racists, and they want to transform this country. So he can kind of position it as that, while they can just be like, look, we're anti-Trump, and we're here, and they just keep raising their profiles for the future of their careers, political or otherwise. So you just kind of see it's like a symbiotic kind of deal. Now, Donald Trump, he responded to Ilhan Omar's statements that his nightmare, that being Donald Trump's nightmare, according to Ilhan Omar, is seeing the beautiful mosaic fabric of our country welcome someone like me as their member of Congress. We're going to continue being a nightmare to this president because his policies are a nightmare to us. His policies, such a nightmare right now with all the low unemployment and stock market going crazy, record levels, and also the GDP. I mean, this economy, yeah, it's a real nightmare. It's a real nightmare, Ilhan Omar. You've got hundreds of white people greeting you at the airport, chanting your name in support of you. It's such a nightmare to be you right now, isn't it? Terrible. Donald Trump had this to say about it.
You know what I'm unhappy with? I'm unhappy with the fact that a congresswoman can hate our country. I'm unhappy with the fact that a congresswoman can say anti-Semitic things. I'm unhappy with the fact that a congresswoman, in this case a different congresswoman, can call our country and our people garbage. That's what I'm unhappy with. Those people in North Carolina, that stadium was packed. It was a record crowd, and I could have filled it 10 times, as you know. Those are incredible people. Those are incredible patriots. But I'm unhappy when a congresswoman goes, and said, I'm going to be the president's nightmare. She's going to be the president's nightmare. She's lucky to be where she is.
All right, there you go. That's Donald Trump responding once again to Ilhan Omar, Democrat. So this is a fight I wish everybody would lose. In fact, everybody is losing. We're all losing. The American people lose when this kind of stuff happens because anytime we got this, the business of the country is not getting handled and it's divisive. It's just really no good. And listen, I get it, man. The send her back chant, that's no good. As a matter of policy, is no good. I also understand the sentiment I explained yesterday. Ilhan Omar came over here as a refugee because the place that she's from was unlivable, terrible, dangerous. So she comes to the United States and decides, you know what, this place isn't so great. This place is built on white supremacy. America is garbage, essentially. And then she always says, well, we love the fabric and the mosaic of the country. It's just talking out both sides of her mouth. And I don't appreciate that. But as a matter of policy, we're not deporting anybody for their opinions. Because no matter how ugly your opinions are, you got the right to say them in this country. So it's a moot point, and it's just loud is what it is. It's loud. One thing Donald Trump should not be happy about is Iran. They're taking ships. They're invading. They're commandeering all these oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. And it kind of got lost in the shuffle yesterday. Donald Trump announced that the U.S. Navy shot down an Iranian drone. But Iran is saying, no, you didn't. What the hell happened? Whose drone got shot down, if any at all? We are going to investigate and find out next right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
When's the last time you looked at the windows in your house? Not through the windows, but at the windows. Really looked at them. There's dirt, streaks, buildup, smudges, fingerprints, paw prints, spider webs, dead bugs. There's little white speckles. I have no idea what they are, and who knows what else. Now, cleaning all the windows in your house makes a big difference, but it's also a big job. That's why you need Just Windows Home Services. Just Windows has been taking the pain out of window cleaning since 1992. Just Windows cleans all types of windows, storm windows, screens, skylights, interior, exterior, upstairs and down. Now, I know I told you the company is called Just Windows Home Services, but they do a lot more. Roof and gutter cleaning, pressure washing, mirrors, blinds, ceiling fans, light fixtures, chandeliers. Look, if you've got hard to reach areas of the house, then you need Just Windows Home Services. Call for a free estimate, 751-3934. That's 751-3934, or get them online at justwindowsmemphis.com. That's justwindowsmemphis.com.
The Voice is proud to turn our spotlight on Bartlett all this week. Bartlett was first called Union Depot and Green Bottom and was the last major stagecoach stop by 1830. In 1866, with a population of less than 100, the city was officially incorporated and the name changed to Bartlett. Now, Bartlett is Shelby County's second and Tennessee's 10th largest city. Bartlett still preserves the small town spirit with a well-balanced city touch. Today, the landscape of Bartlett has changed as agriculture became second to business and industry. Bartlett, a growing community, keeping a small town atmosphere and continually enhancing the quality of life. Spotlight on Bartlett brought to you in part by these great businesses.
Karaoke Cafe. Join them for good food and great fun. You can even bring the family. X-Lines, best pizza in town. 6250 Stage Road in Bartlett. Or online at xlinespizza.com.
3, 2, 1.
This summer, buckle up for the journey of your life at the Pink Palace family of museums. Blast off with Apollo 11 First Steps Edition on the giant screen at the CTI Theater. Travel back in time with the Making Memphis Bicentennial exhibit. Experience the newly renovated Pink Palace Mansion. Come enjoy history, science, nature, and so much more. This summer, travel from Memphis to the moon and back at the Pink Palace family of museums.
strike up some fun with Andy B's, where entertainment, family, and fun is all wrapped into one. They have all the fun you need right here in Bartlett. Andy B's has nightly specials and a new lunch menu to fill your hungry appetite. Whether you are looking to unite your company in team building, have a birthday party, or a date night, Andy B's is where the party begins. Tell your friends to come and meet you at the B's. Andy B's Entertainment Center, bowling as it should be.
I'm Ed Parami, the owner of JanPro, the franchise that helps you be your own boss. JanPro is now the fastest growing franchise in the entire world for the second year in a row by Entrepreneur Magazine. We are growing so fast we need new business owners right here in Memphis right now. So if you want to be your own boss and open your own business, call JanPro at 901-683-4900 to see just how easy it is to be your own boss. For as little as $950 down, you can be a part of JanPro. Don't waste another minute. Call 901-683-4900.
When you're planning an event and need on-time delivery, call Odell Sanders. Sanders Catering has been in business for 31 years, specializing in breakfast, lunch, dinners, corporate, and social events. When you need a caterer to work with your budget, call Odell Sanders at 901-372-2631 or visit them online at sanderscatering.com and take a look at their menu. Sanders Catering, a leader in catering services. Call today at 901-372-2631.
All right, welcome back to it.
Yes, have some.
The Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990, online, KWAMTheVoice.com, streaming live on YouTube, the channel, Nation of Jake. Just run that all together, Nation of Jake, one word. Subscribe there on YouTube. Just got some breaking news. This is right off the notification from CNN. U.S. officials say Iran has captured a British oil tanker in the Strait of Hormuz. All right, so Iran is running amok there in the Strait of Hormuz, which is a main line for oil, trying to disrupt the flow. I mean, they've got all these sanctions on them, and they're hurting. But they don't want to negotiate. They just want to cause trouble. They're a hostile regime there in Iran. So I guess I'll get some details on this British oil tanker that has been seized in the Strait of Hormuz. I don't know how much longer we're going to mess around with Iran before something happens. I hope that there's no impending war. I hope we can avoid that. But just yesterday, Donald Trump announced that they had shot down an Iranian drone. Yeah, that's right. On Thursday, President Donald Trump said that an Iranian drone was threatening a U.S. ship, and it was immediately destroyed. He said the drone came within 1,000 yards and ignored multiple calls to stand down. This is the latest of many provocative and hostile actions by Iran against vessels operating in international waters, the president said. The United States reserves the right to defend our personnel, facilities, and interests. He called on other countries to condemn Iran's attempts to disrupt freedom of navigation and global commerce. All right, well, now Iran is saying, you didn't shoot down a drone. All our drones are accounted for. You must have shot down your own drone, is what Iran is saying. Iran denied Friday that it lost a drone in the Strait of Hormuz. We have not lost any drone in the Strait of Hormuz or anywhere else. I'm worried that the USS Boxer has shot down their own drone by mistake. That's according to Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. He said that on Twitter. So they say, no, we don't have any missing drones. So whatever you shot down could have been your own drone. So you got Trump claims the U.S. Navy shot down a drone. Iran says, we're not missing any drones. Trump's like, check again, because we definitely shot down a drone, completely destroyed it. And Iran's like, maybe you shot down your own drone. And the President Trump's like, no, it came 1,000 yards and it didn't listen to us, heed our warnings, so we shot it down. So Iran's like, well, we're not missing any drones, man. Maybe you should check how many drones you have. So I want to know whose drone got shot down. Because I'm hoping it wasn't Mahmoud's drone. And maybe Mahmoud is over there in Iran. He likes to go out and take aerial photos of the Strait of Hormuz. I mean, maybe for his YouTube channel. Maybe he went to the Sharper Image, got a drone. Better yet, maybe he went to that Ollie's closeout store that's in the old Toys R Us, and he got a Sharper Image drone from there. You can stream live to your cell phone. So he's got his iPhone. He just got his new drone. He's trying it out, taking some aerial footage for his YouTube channel, and then it gets shot down by the USS Boxer. And Mahmoud's all there go, oh, I just got this drone. So I guess they got to find out whose drone was shot down. All right, we didn't shoot down our drone. Well, whose drone did we shoot down? Actually, I thought maybe it was kind of a stunt. I mean, a couple of different things here. Donald Trump could have been trying to wag the dog, say, hey, don't pay attention to that send her back stuff. That's probably not polling well with the people in the Midwest. So what I need to do is we need to distract. So, hey, we shot down an Iranian drone. How do you like that? Iran's like, no, you didn't. Well, yeah, we did. Go check out the old Top Gun trailer that came out. Yeah, U.S. Navy. We're shooting down drones. New Top Gun trailer just dropped. It's going to be out summer 2020. That'll be perfect for the Trump campaign. Donald Trump show up to a naval base wearing a bomber jacket, aviators, and a Top Gun hat. Maybe say some stuff like he feels the need for speed. You can be my wingman anytime. Start referring to McAleenan as Iceman. Top Gun Maverick, which will be released June 26th, 2020. I think it's going to get Trump reelected. I think like a super patriotic film like that about Pete Maverick Mitchell shooting down drones, maybe in the Middle East. I think that'll go a long way in getting people really hyped up about Trump 2020. What do you think? I mean, people are real excited about this Top Gun movie. And I'm not so sure that there was much call for a Top Gun sequel, but man, people love the nostalgia. I mean, if you watch the Top Gun trailer, which came out yesterday, it's pretty much Top Gun, like the first one. A lot of the shots are the same. Almost as if they're doing a shot-for-shot remake or a parody of Top Gun. Top Gun was not that great a movie. It was, for sure, a hit movie. I mean, if you watch the movie, it's kind of debaggery. If you actually watch the movie more than once, which I'm not sure why anybody would, because there's really not that much to get, other than if you were into F-14s or FA-18s, whatever they flew in Top Gun. If you were into being a fighter pilot, I'm sure it's a great movie. And that's the thing. I think that the U.S. Navy probably got a lot of people interested in that program because of the movie Top Gun and how big it was. So, if you were a guy and you loved Top Gun in the 80s, it was because you were into the jets. If you loved Top Gun in the 80s and you were a woman, it's because you loved the volleyball scene. And I'm almost certain they're going to recreate the volleyball scene in some way, shape, or form. Tom Cruise still looks all right with his shirt off. He'll probably have a volleyball scene or something like that. Maybe get some younger dudes. Not so sure Val Kilmer will be having his shirt off in a volleyball scene in Top Gun Maverick coming out next summer. But I could totally see that being a good recruitment tool for the U.S. Navy. And also, Donald Trump grabbing on hold to it and making it work to his advantage for the next election. I'm just spitballing here about the Top Gun thing. But no, seriously, I mean, how many questions did you have at the end of Top Gun that you just needed answered 30 years later? I'm not so sure. The guy who played Mr. Strickland from Back to the Future was in Top Gun. I don't know if that guy's still alive, that actor. He's got to be old. I mean, he was old in Top Gun. He was old in Back to the Future. Mr. Strickland. Hey, where?
Mr. Strickland!
Yeah, you're Strickland. You know, the guy. Slackers! I'm sending you two to Top Gun. So everybody's excited about the Top Gun trailer. Also, there's another trailer out. We'll talk about it in a little bit. People are not so excited. People are kind of terrified. And it's not even the Stephen King It 2 trailer. There's another trailer out that people are are going to have nightmares about. It's kind of a disaster. We'll get into that. Coming up, though, I do want to get back into this Birds Aren't Real campaign. We're talking about drones a lot. There's a guy, Peter, who is one of the disciples of the Birds Aren't Real campaign. Peter went on TV yesterday to talk about birds aren't real, and I think that he was treated disrespectfully by some reporters and journalists on TV. We're going to take a listen, and I really want you to go into it with an open mind, all right, about birds aren't real. They claim that birds are drones. Maybe that's what got shot down in the Strait of Hormuz. Maybe the USS Boxer and the U.S. Navy, as announced by Donald Trump, maybe they shot down some bird drone. Maybe the U.S. government is finally starting to acknowledge that birds aren't real. That's coming up next, right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
CBS News Update. Much of the nation is sizzling under a heat wave with triple-digit temperatures.
You go out and you feel like you're hitting a wall of heat and you feel like you're in an oven the whole time. So, yeah, it's pretty brutal.
CBS's Hillary Lane in Brooklyn, New York.
Millions of people are hitting the beaches to escape the heat, but health officials are warning everyone to avoid extended periods in the sweltering sun, no matter where you are.
Drink a lot of water, keep from dehydrating. AC all day, every day.
Indoor entertainment like trampoline parks and movie theaters are certain to be popular this weekend.
Substation fires knocked out power to 11,000 customers in Madison, Wisconsin. City spokesman Joe Despain.
If they can't restore power quickly, then we'll have to take a look at, are there vulnerable people who live in these areas who need air conditioning? Do we need to start getting them out?
CBS News Update, I'm Pam Coulter.
When you're planning an event and need on-time delivery, call Odell Sanders. Sanders Catering has been in business for 31 years, specializing in breakfast, lunch, dinners, corporate, and social events. When you need a caterer to work with your budget, call Odell Sanders at 901-372-2631 or visit them online at sanderscatering.com and take a look at their menu. Sanders Catering, a leader in catering services. Call today at 901-372-2631.
ATC Fitness would like to announce their new partnership with Silver Sneakers. That's right, ATC Fitness now accepts Silver Sneakers members. ATC Fitness is your local, family-owned 24-hour gym. Get started on the right track with their easy-to-follow instructions and demonstrations. Remember, if you are a Silver Sneakers member, come to any ATC Fitness throughout the Mid-South. Check them out online at atcfitness.com to find the nearest location to you.
X-Line's best pizza in town is where Memphis goes for real pizza. Always made with fresh, locally sourced ingredients and loaded with your favorite toppings. X-Line's is also home to crisp salads, mouth-watering burgers, and delicious specialty sandwiches packed with big flavors. X-Line's best pizza in town, where quality has priority. 5 locations in the Memphis area. X-Line's Pizza, proud sponsors of the Memphis Express.
Where do you go when you have unwanted or outdated jewelry that needs to be transformed? Design Jewelers for 30 years has been doing amazing custom work. Just bringing the piece of jewelry, a picture or sketch of your design, and they will build that design on a computer in 3D and send to you for changes. Then you'll come in to see your design before it's finished. To see these unique custom designs, visit designjewelers.net. That's designjewelers.net.
This is Clark Howard. I know it's really frustrating if you bought a timeshare years ago and you just want rid of the thing. You don't want to pay the fees that they charge you either monthly or annually to have that timeshare. You can't remember the last time you went to it, or your circumstances in your life have changed and you want rid of it and there are no buyers. So that's making you ultra susceptible to con artists that will steal your money. The hottest thing of the day are what are called timeshare exit sellers that sell you the promise that they guarantee you in return for you paying them many thousands of dollars that they will get rid of your timeshare for you. And you're thinking, wow, this is great, fully guaranteed. But the new warning from the Better Business Bureau says, baloney, it's not true. You pay this money and you're still stuck with the timeshare. Don't pay anybody money up front for that promise.
The backyard's looking great, Rob.
Thanks, man. I was planning on adding a deck, too. Know any good contractors?
Why don't you just ask Home Advisor?
Home what?
HomeAdvisor.com. You just tell them about your project and they match you with local pros that can do the job.
Nice. Now, how much does it cost?
Oh, Home Advisor's totally free to use. Plus, you can read customer reviews, check pricing, and book appointments for free.
What's the website again?
HomeAdvisor.com. Or just download the free Home Advisor app.
Home Advisor.
Have you heard what President Trump said recently?
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too.
Now you can watch Newsmax TV and get the truth about Trump from Bill O'Reilly, Mike Reagan, Alan Dershowitz, Pat Buchanan, and more. Newsmax TV is America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in 70 million homes. Find Newsmax on DirecTV, Dish, Xfinity, Spectrum, Optimum, Fios, Uverse, and more systems. See Newsmax TV today. It's real news for real people.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, have some.
The Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9 AM 990, online, KWAMTheVoice.com. Streaming live on YouTube. Nation of Jake is the YouTube channel. Just go ahead and subscribe now, and you'll never have to do it again. The future's on YouTube. We'll all be YouTubers. And if we're all YouTubers, then no one is. Or something like that. Hey, also on YouTube, our friends at WREG. Hell, Mary Beth Conley, who does noon to 1 here on KWAM The Voice. She's on live at 9 over there on Channel 3. Has been for years. I mean, Mary Beth Conley has been on the TV here in Memphis for a long time. She and Alex Coleman caught up with the Birds Aren't Real guy. All right, Birds Aren't Real. There's a big billboard on Highland and Southern, right above the Goodwill there on Highland. It just reads, Birds Aren't Real. That's it. No website, no web address, no Twitter handle, nothing. Just the message, Birds Aren't Real. Got people talking, got me talking on this program a couple weeks ago about the Birds Aren't Real movement. Wolfman, my main man Wolfman, looked it up, and he kind of gave me the synopsis of Birds Aren't Real. And from what I was told, this goes way back and deep. This goes back to the 50s. All right, this goes back to the 50s and then rolls into the 60s with JFK, the CIA, somebody stealing the president's ham sandwiches. This goes deep, deep, deep. This, not a conspiracy. I wouldn't call it a conspiracy. All right, because this is a connotation. Is like that this guy's a whack job and he believes some conspiracy. This was a coordinated attack on birds. All right, and these birds were replaced by drones, surveillance drones. I'm going to let Peter McIndoe tell you more about it as he appeared on WREG's Live at 9. He was greeted by Mary Beth Conley and Alex Coleman, who seemed a bit dismissive of the Birds Aren't Real movement. I will turn it over to them. This is courtesy of WREG. It's actually on their YouTube channel. Go subscribe to them as well. WREG News Channel 3. Here we go.
All right, maybe you've seen the billboard near the Highland Strip or heard the story on Wednesdays Live at 9. A campaign called Birds Are Not Real brings its efforts to the Mid-South.
And this morning we are joined by one of the messengers of the movement. Peter McIndoe is here to tell us how this all came about. We want to emphasize you were not the founder.
No, ma'am.
So how did you become aware of it? What is the message of the movement?
The message of the movement is essentially to spread awareness that from 1959 through 2001, the government mercilessly genocided over 12 billion birds and simultaneously replaced them with surveillance drones in disguise that film us every day as equally as these cameras are filming us right now.
So what do you have to back that up?
To back that up, I have as much evidence as the birds have provided. There's so much.
So this is really satire. I mean, you don't really believe that happened, correct? This is a satirical campaign to make the point that what? You're looking at me like, no, it's not satire. I really do believe this.
Honestly, it's kind of offensive.
Okay. So it's not satire.
I don't think you would say that if I said birds are real. You know? I don't know why the other side of the argument can't be treated with equal respect.
Except that before we came out on air, you said this is a satirical message. So what is
I never said that.
So what point are you trying to make here? I mean, and why did this movement come about and how?
Well, he just told you, Alex. He told you because birds were genocided. That's it. I mean, they keep asking the same question. What do you mean by that? Well, he told you what he meant. Go on.
Well, this movement came about in 1976, just to avoid any, liberal media hit job. This didn't start with me. This started in 1976, when whispering started coming about from the White House, saying that birds were in the process of being murdered on a mass level. When this started coming about, that's when the movement began. This movement is reactionary. We really didn't start this. The government started this.
How come it took so long to get billboards up and for any of us to hear about this?
That's an excellent question. So really before the internet age, before the internet era, it was very easy to censor ideas and opinions that aren't popular and that people don't agree with. Now that we have the internet, there are no more book burnings, there are no more censored television ads.
Well, there are attempts to do all of that, but you're right. It's like Arab Spring. It's very grassroots, ground
So where does
up.
this movement go from here?
From here, we're looking to see change in legislation. We're looking to see a mass spread awareness.
Are lawmakers, though, really taking this seriously? Because a lot of people will have their doubts or have their questions about whether or not the movement is really serious or not.
Yeah, that's been a really hard part of this, honestly. Since the billboard's gone up, there's been a reaction of supporters and loyal bird truthers coming out, saluting, bowing. It's almost become like a sacred pilgrimage to see it. Others, though, seem to have some kind of laugh response, and it really pains me.
So on the website, there are T-shirts you can buy. There's products you can buy. There are going to be some skeptics who say, they're just trying to sell T-shirts. They're just trying to make money. Where do the funds that the movement makes from the sale of T-shirts go? Where does that go?
I would say every movement, go to any political website, they are all equally selling merchandise to spread and support.
Oh, okay, so the money is used to continue to buy the billboards, for instance.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, yeah. It's to fund movement efforts, to fund activism and public awareness.
All right, Peter, we appreciate you being with us this morning.
Thank you very much.
BirdsAren'tReal.com.
I see, I believe him. I believe him. I believe he believes what he is saying. I would not disrespect somebody with a message like that by just dismissing it as satirical, like you can't be serious, especially in this era where we talk about the truth. Always talking about the truth in the terms of your truth. You know, people have an interview and it's something heartfelt, something they believe. And then people say, oh, thank you for sharing your truth with the world. I mean, who's to say this is not his truth? Who are you to judge Peter McIndoe and other bird truthers' truth? I mean, as long as we are taking the word truth and modifying it with words like your, that's your truth. Oh, that's his truth. And he's talking about something you can't relate to. It doesn't mean it's not his truth, right? We're kind of in a post-truth society in that regard. So no, I would not dismiss the Birds Aren't Real movement. Now let's say this is performance art. You know, let's just throw that out there. Let's say if it's not serious and it's performance art, I got to give Peter McIndoe credit. It's a hell of a performance, man. I believe him, y'all. I believe him. I don't think if you watch the clip, I don't think you can fake that kind of sincerity on camera, on this live TV. No way. No way. There's no way that guy is that good an actor. Well, that's professional stuff. That's professional thespianism. is what I just saw on Live at 9 on YouTube there. Go check that out. I'll post it to my Facebook page so you can all see and maybe even internalize the message of birds aren't real. I believe him. And so I want to go in depth. I want to treat Peter McIndoe with a little bit more respect. I think next week we're going to have him on the program. I'm going to give him an hour to explain it all to us. Just so we can hear his truth, right? And we get to the bottom of it. All right, coming up, hell, I don't know what we've got coming up. Oh, yeah. Former Mayor Willie Harrington goes into detail about his beef with the Tom Lee Park redesign plans. That's coming up. But I also want to share with you what I'm in store for this weekend. Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, what I got roped into. I'll tell you all about it next, right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
KWAM The Voice is proud to turn our spotlight on Bartlett all this week. I'm talking with Mayor Keith McDonald.
There's so many great things going on in Bartlett right now with the new TCAT, Tennessee College of Applied Technology. That's an exciting opportunity. In the meantime, the high school's already doing joint enrollment with the TCAT. So we're really big on education. There's some wonderful opportunities. The medical device industry here is a burgeoning industry. You know, if you haven't been to Bartlett in a while, what you really ought to do is come take a look.
Spotlight on Bartlett brought to you in part by these great businesses.
Find the entire line of the Hustler residential and commercial zero-turn mowers at Bartlett Small Engines at 6780 Summer Avenue. Bartlett Small Engine. It's July and Design Jewelers is offering hot sizzling pricings on their jewelry. Start your layaway for Christmas. Design Jewelers, 3135 Kirby Witten Parkway in Bartlett for 30 years.
For expert service guaranteed, call 866-EXPERTS.
That's the number that could save you up to 30% on your energy bills. Call today and Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning will hook you up with an AC tune-up. Right now, save $20 on an AC tune-up. Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown Memphis tune-up pros.
Call 866-EXPERTS.
See website for license details.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, stop. Don't do anything until you talk to my man, James Underwood. James Underwood has been helping people like you navigate the Mid-South real estate market for more than a decade. So whether you're looking to buy your first home or you want to upgrade to your forever home, James Underwood can help make it happen. No gimmicks, no guarantees, just a rock-solid guy that I've known for 25 years. So now, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, hit up James Underwood with CryLike. JamesUnderwood.crylike.com. That's JamesUnderwood.crylike.com.
Whatever you may be interested in, chances are you can find some valuable information in the July edition of The Best Times, now available on your local newsstand. Don't miss articles about elder abuse, the dangers of using marijuana, the value of lifelong learning, the myth of taking vitamin D to reduce development of type 2 diabetes, which CDs are best for you, legal documents that everyone should have to protect their assets, and so much more. The Best Times is available at all Kroger and CVS pharmacies. Get your copy today.
Hey, Monica, have you decided yet?
You mean college? I plan to study journalism at Southwest Tennessee Community College. They offer a new associate degree in communication, and I've always wanted to be a reporter.
I chose Southwest too. Their emergency medical technicians are in high demand.
Yeah, and I'm going tuition free.
See what your future holds at Southwest Tennessee Community College. With more than 120 associate degrees and certifications to choose from, Southwest is your best choice. Classes begin August 26th. Enroll today online at southwest.tn.edu or call 901-333-5000.
Is the constant hustle and grind of the day wearing you down? Why don't you take that stress out on a bag? I'm talking about I Love Kickboxing in Bartlett. I Love Kickboxing is one of the best ways to relieve stress while gaining muscle tone. I Love Kickboxing is an all-level, co-ed fitness kickboxing studio located at the intersection of Highway 64 and Germantown Parkway. Open every day of the week with class times designed to accommodate anyone's schedule. Find them on Facebook at I Love Kickboxing in Bartlett.
It's summertime and everyone is out mowing, trimming, blowing, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial work, your equipment is vital to your performance. Bartlett Small Engines have been serving the Bartlett community for over 45 years. They do even more than repair small engines. They carry the major brands for lawn equipment, garden, home needs, and even have generators with a parts department on site. Call Bartlett Small Engines today, 901-386-9779.
For expert service guaranteed, call 866-EXPERTS.
That's the number that could save you up to 30% on your energy bills. Call today and Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning will hook you up with an AC tune-up. Right now, save $20 on an AC tune-up. Service Experts Heating and Air Conditioning, your hometown Memphis tune-up pros.
Call 866-EXPERTS.
See website for license details.
All right, welcome back to it.
Yes, have some.
It's the Nation of Jake on The Voice. FM 107.9, AM 990, online, KWAMTheVoice.com. And we're streaming live. We got the YouTube channel going live on YouTube, and then it stays on YouTube forever. Forever. So watch live or later. It's cool. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to give you a show. We're on Facebook and on the Twitter. I just posted to Facebook the Birds Aren't Real interview from Channel 3. My colleague Mary Beth Connolly was there with longtime anchor and handsome man Alex Coleman, talking to Peter McIndoe of the Birds Aren't Real movement, a little bit dismissive of it. He was a little bit offended, but they got through it. It's a pretty good interview. If you want to go check it out, it's on the Nation of Jake Facebook page now. All right, so the other day, a buddy of mine who's a soccer coach and has a kid who's best friends with my kid invited my daughter to partake in a soccer camp and then like a sleepover. All right, so when you're 7 years old and you get invited to a sleepover at your best friend's house, you're just over the moon. You're excited. My daughter was up at 6 a.m., like already had her soccer shin guards on, and she's like, hey, I'm ready to go. Are we ready to go? I'm like, hey, the camp doesn't start till 9 a.m., kid. Go do something else. Don't wake me up at 6 for a soccer camp that starts at 9. That said, she's really excited, but the downside of that is that when big sis gets to do something fun, little sis starts screaming, it's not fair. It's not fair. I don't get to do anything fun. And you're like, oh, crap. What can we do that's fun with this kid? Good Lord. So I made a deal. I thought, quick on my head foot. I said, hey, how about you have a friend spend the night? You know, I'm down one kid. My kid's going over to Mike's house to go hang out and spend the night and eat pizza and all that kind of stuff. And they try to stay up till 3 a.m, which is ridiculous. They never make it. So I said to Olivia, you can invite your friend over. She's like, oh, yeah. So she's freaking out about having her friend over. And the friend she's inviting over is this little kid named Jocelyn. And Jocelyn's awesome. She's one of the sweetest kids in the world. But she's just like my little bit. These are two high motor kids with a lot of opinions. And so I invited a clone of my little daughter, my 5-year-old, into my home for the night. And I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to be a movie pizza thing or if they want to make slime or what. And I have not yet decided if I want to bust out the clown mask late at night and scare the pants off these little kids. So I might need to stay away from referencing any pants off little kids when it's little girls. And that's not what I meant. I meant figuratively, I'm going to like scare them with my clown mask. Because if you know me, you know that I travel around with at least 2 or 3 masks in my backpack at all times. It's just been a thing. It was a Spider-Man mask and a Mitt Romney mask. My Batman mask got in there, but now it's grown. I got old man mask, I got clown mask, Iron Man, all kind of stuff. I've just acquired these. I got those luchador wrestling masks in my backpack. So I'm hoping that no bank robberies go on anywhere near me where they're stopping cars and searching contents of backpacks. If that's the case, I'm screwed.
This is the Voice KWAM Memphis. The latest news stories are here. This is KWAM Memphis.
This is CBS News on the Hour. Real news, real reporting. I'm Pam Coulter. The day after the U.S. downed an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz, Iran says it has seized a British oil tanker. CBS's David Martin is traveling with General Frank McKenzie.
Not too long ago, the Iranians attempted to seize a British tanker, but in that case, a British warship intervened and warned the Iranians away. But now the Iranians are back, and this is a significant escalation of the tensions in the Persian Gulf.
The nation's heat wave is making some people feel like the Wicked Witch of the West.
What if I just melt in the street, when I'm walking?
At least 14 states are expected to break high temperature records today. CBS News weather contributor Jeff Baradelli.
Humidity is a huge factor. In fact, this is something that I can't say I've ever seen before. So we have all this humidity coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. You would think the most humid places, anywhere in our country would be Florida, Texas.
Yeah.
But actually, it's happening to be the upper Midwest. These dew points that you see, 83 dew points, translating into feels like temperatures over 110 degrees.
Fire hydrants are cooling kids down in a Sioux Falls, South Dakota park.
It's nice. You get refreshed when it's a really hot day, and then water splashing on you. It's really nice.
The back and forth continues between President Trump and a Minnesota Democrat.
Arriving home to a cheering throng in Minnesota last night, Democrat Ilhan Omar vowed to be President Trump's nightmare.
His nightmare is seeing a Somali immigrant refugee rise to Congress.
In the Oval Office, Mr. Trump responded with disdain.
She's going to be the president's nightmare. She's lucky to be where she is, let me tell you.
Having distanced himself from the send her back chant yesterday, today Mr. Trump described those who attended his North Carolina rally as incredible patriots. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, the White House.
Correcting some overly harsh sentences meted out largely to minorities, more than 3,000 federal inmates are being released by the Bureau of Prisons. It's the result of the Criminal Justice Reform Act passed last year. Acting BOP head Hugh Hurwitz.
The First Step Act provides us with the opportunity to add new programs and enhance and expand these existing programs to help reduce risk, reduce recidivism, and better prepare inmates to return to our communities.
Stocks are mixed on Wall Street. The Dow is up just a fraction, but NASDAQ is down 34. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Call now at 800-899-8922 for free information. For about 10 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Get off the endless cycle without having to declare bankruptcy. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 800-899-8922. That's 800-899-8922.
The new Corvette is out and getting some oohs and ahs.
Corvette fans gawk at the updated, sleeker styling and discuss new attributes like 495 horsepower and 0 to 60 times under 3 seconds. Corvette owner Kelly McFarland has no problem with the engine moving to the rear.
I think it's a great idea. They've gone as far as they can with the front engine cars.
GM says base models of the new Corvette will sticker for under $60,000. Jeff Gilbert, CBS News, Tustin, California.
The body of former Justice John Paul Stevens will lie in repose at the Supreme Court on Monday. Members of the public can pay their respects from 10:30 in the morning to 8 p.m. following a private ceremony in the court's Great Hall. Stevens died earlier this week at age 99. He'll be buried in a private service at Arlington National Cemetery, the 13th justice to be buried there. Pam Coulter, CBS News.
With the stock market at all-time highs, cash in your profits now and invest in an asset that can potentially pay for up to 20 or more years. That's the sound of a producing oil well and the sound of a smart investment. If you're an SEC-defined accredited investor, you can take advantage of Encore Energy's projects. Call now to learn how you can potentially achieve 20 or more years of income and deduct 100% of every dollar invested against all forms of income. Call 1-800-803-8511. Invest in your future and buy oil. Encore is drilling in an area that is potentially one of the most prolific horizontal oil plays in the entire country. Oil prices are projected to rise, so you need to own a piece of an oil field. Encore Energy is the most active oil and gas operator in its core area of operations. Call now and learn how to deduct 100% of your investment and create 20 or more years of potential monthly income. Call 1-800-803-8511. You'll be calling directly to the home office of Encore Energy. That's 1-800-803-8511. Oil investments involve a high degree of risk and actual results may vary.
Jake, where'd you get those boots?
But he's got meat between his ears.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Nation of Jake on The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
All right, welcome back to it.
Yes, have some.
It's the Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990. Online, KWAMTheVoice.com. Streaming live on YouTube, the YouTube channel Nation of Jake. Go find that. Nation of Jake, one word. Also on Facebook and Twitter. Go check out the Facebook page. The Birds Aren't Real video with Peter McIndoe is up there. Watch it and make your own decisions. Don't listen to other people's influence. Go in with an open mind and you'll find out that maybe birds aren't real. You know, this heat advisory that's going on, maybe it's not real. They're saying there's a heat advisory everywhere in the U.S., pretty much. I mean, 32 states. So the majority of the contiguous United States is under a heat advisory or a heat wave or a heat dome, whatever it is. Now, this is something I've never seen before. This is a warning from firefighters out of Albany, Georgia. And if you've ever been to Albany, Georgia, it's the kind of place where they have goats at the mall. You go to the mall, they've got goats there. My wife did a rotation for a pharmacy in Albany, Georgia. It's Albany, but they call it Albany. And you go to the mall, and they've got like a feed store, and you could buy a goat. Like at the mall. Walk in, go to the food court, go get some Sbarro, and then before you leave, pick up your goat, and then roll out to the house with your goat. That's the kind of place that Albany, Georgia is. It says here that firefighters said the recent hot weather could set some unexpected things on fire and put you in danger. We've read about wildfires before, a few years back in Gatlinburg. I think those were kids playing with matches and stuff. But, I mean, wildfires in California. I mean, these things catch fire, right? But not as you might expect. Firefighters there in Bainbridge, Georgia, I guess near Albany, they said that leaving water bottles in your car in the direct sunlight could set your car on fire. I guess refract the light, concentrate it, act like a magnifying glass, and then set the whole car on fire, which I'm not so sure about that. The article goes on to say that a fire like this has never been caused in Bainbridge, but I guess it's more theoretical. Because people all the time leave bottles of water in the car, but if it's a bottle of water in the car and then the sunbeam comes through, wouldn't it melt the bottle and then the water would put out any kind of fire? That seems highly unlikely. But when you've got a heat wave and heat advisory and heat warnings and hellscapes going on, you've got people who are like, hey, find every angle you can on the heat wave. All I'm going to say is this, is A, it ain't that hot. I mean, it's hot, but it ain't that hot. All right, I've been to Phoenix, Arizona many, many times. That's hot. When you go to Phoenix at midnight and it's 105 degrees when you get off the plane at midnight in Phoenix, that's hot. It's like an oven hot. It's pretty insane out west. So this isn't hot. It's hot and humid. Sure, it can be dangerous if you act like it's a 75-degree day and you go run 13 miles, yeah, that could be dangerous. That said, it ain't that hot. It is hot enough, though, to melt cassette tapes to your dashboard. So, if you still listen to cassette tapes, let's say you got a copy of The Cult Electric, which is a great one. I still have that on cassette. Let's say you've got a copy of Use Your Illusion 1 or 2 there, and you put it on your dashboard because it's a high rotation, right? You put your cassette on your dashboard. Maybe you got that in Nirvana, Nevermind up there. And it's one of the ones I had on cassette. Those things will melt right to your dashboard in this kind of heat. So make sure that you keep your cassette tapes off your dashboard in this heat advisory or hellscape or whatever we're going to call it. All right, so we've got some breaking news. Iran has seized a British oil tanker as tensions reach a boiling point along the disputed Hormuz waterway, the Strait of Hormuz. All right, so Iran continues to make noise and make trouble. They don't negotiate. They just want to make trouble. They want to sponsor terrorism and seize foreign oil tankers right there in the Persian Gulf. So maybe we'll see some escalation. Maybe this will shift things. Because next week, I'm almost certain that this squad versus Donald Trump versus the world will not have blown over completely. Next week, we're looking forward to some Robert Mueller testimony. The former special counsel, Robert Mueller, will be in front of the House Judiciary Committee next week. So that's setting up for us. And then also maybe some escalation from Iran. I guess we'll see what the response will be by, honestly, the Brits. I mean, doesn't the UK, don't they have to respond? Who the hell's the prime minister right now? Is it Theresa May, this Boris guy? Who's in charge over there? It ain't the Queen of England. So I guess we'll have to find out, and we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, they keep on messing around, shooting down drones, denying that we shot down their drones. It's a bunch of troublemakers over there, man, in Iran. And then we've got this stateside, more locally, here in Memphis. We've got Willie Harrington, not Harrington, Harrington. He's running for mayor again, as if the almost 2 decades of mayor of him running Memphis into the ground wasn't enough. He wants to be mayor, and so he has come out against the Tom Lee Park renovations. He had a press conference. Former Memphis Mayor Willie Harrington attacked the Memphis River Parks Partnership on Thursday morning, threatened it with dissolution, and called the partnership and their plans to renovate Tom Lee Park as asinine. From a sidewalk above the park, the former youth boxer turned public servant, Harrington, threw one of his first political punches of his mayoral campaign. He called the partnership an elitist organization that wanted to restrict access to the public park, and its $60 million renovation plan had ill intent. He cast the Tom Lee renovation plans as Memphis Mayor Jim Strickland's effort to harm the Memphis in May International Festival. So he's jumping in front of that parade. You know, my friend Todd Adams, former proprietor at Newbies on the Highland Strip, he started that petition to save Tom Lee Park, and he's gotten a lot of response. A lot of people care deeply about this issue, but I don't think these people want Willie Harrington to be mayor. But Willie Harrington is using this to maybe force Jim Strickland's hand.
Mayor!
Oh, because he's saying that Jim Strickland is punting this issue until after the October elections. And now Mayor Harrington is saying, no, not so fast. We need some sort of conclusion, some sort of solution now. Harrington called for a referendum on Tom Lee Park renovations, said he would undo the renovations if he was elected mayor. He added if the partnership had gone against the will of the people, he would revoke its authority to manage the river parks. The former mayor also expressed confidence that he would return to the mayor's office after winning the October election. He says, if there's any question in your mind about me being elected mayor, you need to get it out of here. I'm coming back as mayor. Yeah, that's right. Shake off the haters. If the renovations move forward, the festival would likely have to move out for a year or two, and if previous plans are pursued, there would be less space for the barbecue festival and Beale Street Music Fest. It's unclear how much those plans have changed the ongoing confidential mediation. Harrington called that mediation a farce, and he said it should end or the results should be known before the election. All right. The former mayor's attack on Tom Lee Park plans comes just a week after several founders of Memphis in May asked Strickland to end the mediation and put the Tom Lee renovation plans on hold and come up with a whole new plan for the riverfront. Harrington noted those festivals' founders by name on Thursday. All right. So this is a little bit Willie Harrington jumping in front of a parade. You know, he's got his finger on the pulse. He's found something that will get the attention of the media and a large group of Memphians. Now, do I think that Willie Harrington will be elected mayor of Memphis in the upcoming battle mayoral? I do not. But it wouldn't shock me. I'd be surprised but not shocked. You know, if he made a good showing, you know, the guy he's got still following. People remember him as mayor. You know, he stepped down in 2009. He was not beaten. He retired to go run against Steve Cohen for Congress. That didn't work out. They had a special election. And Mayor A.C. Wharton won that circus. If you recall, that was a lot of fun. So we'll see what happens. Mayor Harrington, what he's doing is we'll see if Jim Strickland reacts. I mean, if that's anything, if Jim Strickland just does nothing, Jim Strickland is looking at internal polls. He's got the big stack of chips. He's got $1 million. We'll see if Jim Strickland reacts to it. And that will give you more of an idea of how big a deal this is. Because at this point, it's just Willie Harrington making a lot of noise. And it's good for his campaign, no doubt. Because when you don't have as much money, you can't buy as many radio or TV ads. You got to get your name out there somehow. So doing something like this, actually a pretty politically savvy move. Nobody has ever said that Willie Harrington doesn't know how to get attention. He absolutely does. So I guess my biggest question about the Tom Lee Park plans is I don't necessarily agree with the approach by Willie Harrington here. But man, it's a $60 million plan, and it says it said here on this commercial appeal account of Willie Harrington's statements or Bill Drees or the Daily Memphian is that most of it is being funded with public money. I mean, that's really the non-starter for me. $60 million, I know that half of it is coming from the city and the state and the county. And then the other half, I think they're going to have a sales tax. And then just like a little bit's going to be private donations from guys like Pitt Hyde and some other prominent Memphians who want their name on it. Like out there, you know, Hyde Lake, look, Shelby Farms is awesome. What they did out there was fantastic. And the Hyde family had a lot to do with it. Hyde Lake out there, you know, the expansion of it all. It looks wonderful. All right, it's a great place to go. Not sure Tom Lee Park needs to be the same way. That said, you know, the $5 million is a generous donation, private donation for renovating any city park. But it's just $5 million out of $60 million. And that's just what they have budgeted. Because if we know anything, we know these things tend to run over budget, never under. Being on time and under budget is not something that the government is good at. It's something that the private sector is very good at, being on time and under budget. Honestly, that was the single most important criteria for the first real job I had. The first real full-time job I had was in Atlanta with this massive project, the Braves Radio Network. It was being implemented on a new station, and I was part of that. And what I was asked, the most important question, can you manage projects and bring them in on time and under budget? And there's only one correct answer to that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can, and here's how I do it. In the government, nobody brings anything on time or under budget. Ever. Everything gets delayed. Hell, Even this Tom Lee Park renovation plan has already been delayed because the plan is not yet in front of the Army Corps of Engineers. They were supposed to shut down Riverside after the month of May and get started, but the plan wasn't ready to be evaluated by the Army Corps of Engineers because Tom Lee Park was built there to stave off any kind of flooding or erosion of the bluff. So like, no, you're not doing anything with it till we see the plan. Where's the plan? Well, now we got this mediation. It's never on time. And under budget, forget about it. Cost overruns. It's the most inefficient way of doing stuff. Just look at Beale Street Landing. A $43 million boat dock without a gas line. Unreal. So don't look for this to cost $60 million. Look for it to cost $70 to $80 million. And don't look for Memphis in May to be out of Tom Lee Park for just 1 year. Look at that thing to be out of Tom Lee Park for the next 3. That's just it. Just don't think that any government at any level, federal, state, local, county, whatever, nothing gets done on time and under budget. And if it does, then you will not hear the end of it. There's probably some small governments out there who have gotten things done on time and under budget. And you know what that is? Like, haha, look what we do. We do stuff on time and under budget. It's like, yeah. So does any and every successful business in the United States. They can't survive unless they do. They'll be put out of business or they'll be fired. So yeah, you did what you're supposed to do. Oh yeah, congratulations. On time and under budget. This is the way the rest of the world lives. On time and under budget. All right, coming up, we've got the dark side of dollar stores exposed. Yeah. That was the headline on CNN.com. All right. Today, on a day when you've got the president fighting with members of Congress, you've got a national heat wave, you've got cassette tapes melting to people's dashboards, you've got Iran denying having drones shot down and then seizing oil tankers from the Brits. On the front page of CNN.com, what you might not know about dollar stores and how dollar stores hurt the poor. That's coming up next right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
When's the last time you looked at the windows in your house? Not through the windows, but at the windows. Really looked at them. There's dirt, streaks, buildup, smudges, fingerprints, paw prints, spider webs, dead bugs, those little white speckles. I have no idea what they are, and who knows what else. Now, cleaning all the windows in your house makes a big difference, but it's also a big job. That's why you need Just Windows Home Services. Just Windows has been taking the pain out of window cleaning since 1992. Just Windows cleans all types of windows, storm windows, screens, skylights, interior, exterior, upstairs and down. Now, I know I told you the company is called Just Windows Home Services, but they do a lot more. Roof and gutter cleaning, pressure washing, mirrors, blinds, ceiling fans, light fixtures, chandeliers. Look, if you've got hard to reach areas of the house, then you need Just Windows Home Services. Call for a free estimate, 751-3934. That's 751-3934, or get them online at justwindowsmemphis.com. That's justwindowsmemphis.com.
3, 2, 1.
This summer, buckle up for the journey of your life at the Pink Palace family of museums. Blast off with Apollo 11 First Steps Edition on the giant screen at the CTI Theater. Travel back in time with the Making Memphis Bicentennial exhibit. Experience the newly renovated Pink Palace Mansion. Come enjoy history, science, nature, and so much more. This summer, travel from Memphis to the moon and back at the Pink Palace family of museums. When you're planning an event and need on-time delivery, call Odell Sanders. Sanders Catering has been in business for 31 years, specializing in breakfast, lunch, dinners, corporate, and social events. When you need a caterer to work with your budget, call Odell Sanders at 901-372-2631 or visit them online at sanderscatering.com and take a look at their menu. Sanders Catering, a leader in catering services. Call today at 901-372-2631.
When you walk into Karaoke Cafe in Bartlett, here everybody really does know your name. And you never meet a stranger. Karaoke Cafe is a great way to have fun and bring the kids along with you. Karaoke Cafe serves a full menu including Mexican American dishes and breakfast all day long. Make Karaoke Cafe, located on Stage Road in Bartlett, your next stop for food, friends, and fun.
First South has the best rates in town on mortgages, car loans, and CDs. Guaranteed. In fact, if your bank has a better rate, we'll beat it. Applying for a loan or opening an account is easy. Just stop by any one of our banking centers or go online to firstsouth.com. Enjoy the positive difference of banking with First South Financial. Banking with friends since 1957.
Is the constant hustle and grind of the day wearing you down? Why don't you take that stress out on a bag? I'm talking about I Love Kickboxing in Bartlett. I Love Kickboxing is one of the best ways to relieve stress while gaining muscle tone. I Love Kickboxing is an all-level, co-ed fitness kickboxing studio located at the intersection of Highway 64 and Germantown Parkway. Open every day of the week with class times designed to accommodate anyone's schedule. Find them on Facebook at I Love Kickboxing in Bartlett.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, have some.
It's the Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990. Online, KWAMTheVoice.com. Streaming live on YouTube. Just go to the YouTube channel, Nation of Jake, all one word. Nation of Jake, same on Facebook and same on Twitter. All right, so I was looking at all the news today. Hell, we got so much going on. Iran says it's captured a British oil tanker. I'm fully expecting the British to say, no, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. We got all our oil tankers. You must have captured your own oil tanker. We'll see what happens there in the Strait of Hormuz. So I guess that bumped the dollar store expose to the side over there on CNN.com. This morning, it was the big headline on CNN. Dollar stores are everywhere. That's a problem for poor Americans. And that's right. As dollar stores sweep across America, they are facing growing scrutiny from opponents who argue that discount chains stifle local competition and limit poor communities' access to healthy food. Dollar stores have never been more popular. Yet a wave of cities and towns have passed laws curbing the expansion of Dollar General and Dollar Tree, which bought Family Dollar in 2015. The companies are the two largest dollar store operators in the country, combining for more than 30,000 stores throughout the United States, up from under 20,000 a decade ago. By comparison, Walmart, America's largest retailer, has 4,700 U.S. stores. Wow, that's crazy. There's 6 times as many Dollar Trees or dollar stores as there are Walmarts. And that's where it starts. Walmart comes in, puts everybody out of business. People can't work anywhere else. They're slaves to the Walmart. Yeah, that's the whole line, the whole deal. Advocates of tighter controls on dollar stores say the big chains intentionally cluster multiple stores in low-income areas. That strategy discourages supermarkets from opening, and it threatens existing mom-and-pop grocers, critics say. The business model for these stores is built on saturation, they say. The critics. This is Julia McCarthy, Senior Policy Associate at the nonprofit Center for Science in the Public Interest and critic of dollar stores. When you have so many dollar stores in one neighborhood, there's no incentive for a full-service grocery store to come in. Interesting. You can't go get, like, deli meats at the dollar store. There's a lot of stuff you cannot get. Fresh produce at a dollar store. This is about decisions that people make. All right? People make the decision to go to the dollar store, and there are really good things to buy at a dollar store. You know, I'm a guy who likes to, watch every penny. You know, I'm pretty frugal. I'm always looking for a good deal. There are great things to buy at the dollar store. All right? Great things to buy at the dollar store include, like housewares, like if you need measuring cups, or something like that. Something that'll pretty much last forever. Maybe you lost it. You need some measuring cups. You need a cookie sheet. You need a spatula. You need a colander. You need some super glue. You need some electrical tape. You get 2 rolls for $1 at Dollar Tree or something. Brake fluid. If you need to top off your brake fluid, you can go to a Dollar Tree and get .3 brake fluid for $1. All right, if you're in a pinch, if you're in a bind. Household cleaners. Pretty much ammonia and bleach. All you got to do is go to a dollar store. It's cheap as hell if you don't care about the brand name. If you're somebody who just goes and reads ingredients of this stuff, it's all the same. Go to a dollar store. Gift bags. Party supplies. A gift bag at Target, you're going to pay $5 for one. Go to a dollar store, it's like $1. Because we do this on the way to the birthday parties that we have to go to every weekend because I've got little kids. And they're in class with like 30 other kids, so there's a birthday party every weekend. And so, good Lord, you're not going to pay a bunch of money for these party supplies and stuff. Mylar balloons. These are all great things to buy at a dollar store. Here are things not to buy at the dollar store. Batteries, because they'll all go bad very fast. You get what you pay for on batteries at the dollar store. Also, light bulbs. Don't buy them at the dollar store because they suck. And then also food. Like, how about that? How about this? People aren't forced to shop at a dollar store for food. Okay? They're deciding that, hey, yeah, I'll eat these chips. I'll eat this beef jerky. I'll eat this freeze-dried fruit instead of eating something that is good for me. Opponents express concerns that dollar stores don't offer fresh produce. Dollar General and its dollar store rivals mostly sell snacks, drinks, canned foods, and vegetables, household supplies, and personal care products at rock-bottom prices. So instead of saying, oh, look, people who need staples in their homes like cleaning supplies, tools, whatever it is, they can go buy them for $1, but they don't offer enough. They don't offer fresh produce. You can't get nice, good cuts of meat at a dollar store. So dollar stores are awful because they're driving off mom and pop grocery stores and full service grocery stores. I'm not so sure that this is a sound assessment of the situation. What dollar stores will do is they will force others to compete. Maybe not with prices as low as $1, but maybe they'll say, hey, we have good prices on better stuff. Come on over here. But if you are making your decisions to go and get your food from a dollar store, look, a dollar store is going to sell you a can of green beans for $1. Everything's $1, right? At Dollar Tree? Even the canned goods, right? Well, if you go to Kroger, the same can of green beans is 69 cents, maybe 59 cents. It's a better deal over at the full-service grocery store. So that doesn't make any sense. Now, I'm sure that there's something to it. I'm almost certain that your dollar stores are in poor neighborhoods. Well, you know why? It's because they're dollar stores, and people in poorer areas have less money. So paying just $1 for something it's probably right in the sweet spot, right in the market. But this is more, government control of the market. Well, we don't want the dollar store there. Because all these idiots who are our constituents, they don't know any better. They're going to go buy all their food at the dollar store, and then so they're going to start eating Twizzlers for every meal, and they're going to get diabetes. If you don't know the difference between real food and snacks and candy, then you just don't know the difference. If you're the kind of person who is going to make the decision to go live off of the crap they sell at the dollar store, like sometimes they add a freezer section. So yes, if you're going to go pay $1 for a bunch of Lunchables and eat processed meat and cheese on crackers and call that a meal, you are going to do that anyway. Because if you are the kind of person to do that, you're not thinking, hey, maybe I should mix in a salad. Maybe I should get some spinach. Maybe I should get some cucumbers. And if you can't afford that stuff, then you're not going to be able to afford it anywhere. I don't understand like how this is some sort of expose, the dark side of dollar stores. I go to the dollar store all the time. It's useful for what it's useful for. It is not a replacement for people need to learn how to eat is what they need to do. Dollar General is trying to fend off criticism that it does not sell healthy or fresh food. They say it has added around 125 better-for-you items to its shelves at approximately 3,400 stores. It plans to reach 6,000 stores by the end of 2019. The products appear under Dollar General's Good and Smart house brand, and the store carries name brands like Annie's, Back to Nature, and Kashi. Dollar General has started to offer fruit and vegetables for the first time at around 500 stores, too. CEO Vassos said last year that Dollar General can drive a tremendous amount of traffic by adding produce in rural and urban food deserts. So yes, Dollar Tree, if they see there's a demand for better food, for health food, for produce, then they'll probably carry it. Because I'm telling you, man, $1 for a banana. I mean, the markup on all banana, because that's the deal, right? Everything's $1. You can't sell anything for less than $1. I don't know. I defend the Dollar Tree because I find it useful, because I'm a responsible human and I know how to shop. I know what to go to the Dollar Tree for. I know what to buy there. I know its use. And just because some people don't, and they're going to go eat Skittles for a meal, I can't help you. If you were going to eat Skittles for a meal, you were going to do that anyway. So blame the dollar store. Oh, yeah, the dark side of the dollar store. Thanks for that. On a big news day like today, we're going to get into the rest of the headlines. A lot of stuff going on nationally and locally, and we do it in a leisurely fashion on the News Cruise. We'll do it next right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
CBS News Update. President Trump says the U.S. will talk to Britain about Iran's seizure of a British-flagged oil tanker. CBS's David Martin.
The Iranians have boarded and taken into their territorial waters a British tanker.
It comes a day after the U.S. downed an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz.
Now that the U.K. has been brought into this complication effectively with the fact that one of their oil tankers has been taken by the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, it complicates the situation. And also keep in mind that the Iranian Revolutionary Guards are sanctioned as a terrorist group.
The Asia Pacific Foundation's Sazen Gohel says there's a lot of concern about what might happen next.
The Iranians have always been unpredictable in how they react, but the Trump administration is equally unpredictable, and that is what is making everyone extremely nervous.
CBS News Update, I'm Pam Coulter.
Hi, I'm David Weimer of Weimer's Jewelry, reminding you that we supply and install watch batteries for just $6. Weimer's Jewelry, 7525 Stage Road, in the shops at Appling Way. Weimer's Jewelry, where we offer quick, courteous service. Ring sizing done in one day. Come by and see Reagan. She's 3 now, and see what she can do for you. I am David Weimer, inviting you to visit at 7525 Stage Road in the shops at Appling Way.
Hey everybody, Michelle Calhoun here. I am the host of a new show called The Power of Her Story, where I'll be interviewing female business owners all over the Memphis area every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. I believe that when we share women's stories, it empowers more women to write their own. Follow me on Instagram at The Power of Her Story.
The Power of Her Story is brought to you in part by these great sponsors: Brown Properties, 901 eLearn, and its Patreon community.
Road trips, family reunions, pool parties, beach parties all have one thing in common. They all need snacks that come from Brim's. Brim's snack food has what you need: cheese puffs, cheese curls, cracklins, cheddar fries, popcorn, pork rinds, potato chips, tortilla and corn chips, and more. Brim's snack foods have been providing employment for the Bartlett community for over 35 years, and their delicious snacks have been sold throughout the Southeast. Brim's snack foods, family owned.
Brown Properties. They specialize in commercial and industrial real estate in all of North Mississippi.
He helped me locate a space and helped me get in so easily. The most professional, most accommodating person that I have ever worked with in my professional career.
I would absolutely recommend Jim Brown very highly. As a matter of fact, he'll be my real estate agent from now into the future for sure.
Hi, I'm Jim Brown with Brown Properties, Commercial Industrial Real Estate, located in South Haven, Mississippi. Call me at 662-393-2255.
This is Clark Howard. I know it's really frustrating if you bought a timeshare years ago and you just want rid of the thing. You don't want to pay the fees that they charge you either monthly or annually to have that timeshare. You can't remember the last time you went to it, or your circumstances in your life have changed and you want rid of it and there are no buyers. So that's making you ultra susceptible to con artists that will steal your money. The hottest thing of the day are what are called timeshare exit sellers that sell you the promise that they guarantee you, in return for you paying them many thousands of dollars, that they will get rid of your timeshare for you. And you're thinking, wow, this is great, fully guaranteed. But the new warning from the Better Business Bureau says, baloney, it's not true. You paid this money and you're still stuck with the timeshare. Don't pay anybody money up front for that promise.
The backyard's looking great, Rob.
Thanks, man. I was planning on adding a deck, too. Know any good contractors?
Why don't you just ask Home Advisor?
Home what?
HomeAdvisor.com. You just tell them about your project and they match you with local pros that can do the job.
Nice. Now, how much does it cost?
Oh, Home Advisor's totally free to use. Plus, you can read customer reviews, check pricing, and book appointments for free.
What's the website again?
HomeAdvisor.com. Or just download the free Home Advisor app.
Home Advisor. Have you heard what President Trump said recently?
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too.
Now you can watch Newsmax TV and get the truth about Trump from Bill O'Reilly, Mike Reagan, Alan Dershowitz, Pat Buchanan, and more. Newsmax TV is America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in 70 million homes. Find Newsmax on DirecTV, Dish, Xfinity, Spectrum, Optimum, Fios, Uverse, and more systems. See Newsmax TV today. It's real news for real people.
All right, welcome back to it.
Yes, have some.
The Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990, online, KWAMTheVoice.com, streaming live on YouTube. Go to YouTube, find Nation of Jake, all one word. That's the channel. Subscribe and let your friends know about the Nation of Jake as well. Very simple to do. A little red button says subscribe. Click on that and you'll know when we go live. The show will stay on YouTube for quite some time, I believe forever, until the end of the internet. It'll be there on YouTube, or if I decide to take it down. But you can watch all the shows, including the 2-minute show. It's a show where I take this 2 hours of award-winning radio and I squeeze it down into 2 minutes. And it's like you didn't even miss it. Let's say if you didn't have 2 hours that day, you can just get caught up in 2 minutes on the 2-minute show. And the Nation of Jake podcast will be uploaded and ready for streamer download soon after the show concludes. All right, no promises. Not right after the show. I got things to do after the show. I got a little girl's not birthday party, but a sleepover to host. All right, so I will be hands full the rest of the evening, but I'll try to carve off some time, or carve out some time. Carve it off, that's a little bit brutal. Carve out some time to get the podcast uploaded for you. This is the time of the program where we hop on this here boat and we catch up on the headlines. It's called the News Cruise. It's brought to you by Just Windows Home Services. I hope you enjoy it.
News. Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The News Cruise.
In the Strait of Hormuz.
The News Cruise. So relax and kick off your shoes.
On as luck would have it, our captain, our captain, the Venerable Grant Staten, he is taking us through the Strait of Hormuz today here on the News Cruise, so we have to be very careful because Iranians are seizing ships left and right. We got the breaking news earlier, top of the hour, that the Iranians claim to have seized a British oil tanker there in the Strait of Hormuz. I believe Donald Trump is addressing the media now, and I'm almost certain that will be the topic of discussion, what to do. I'm almost certain that Donald Trump's people are in contact with Great Britain's people on how they will respond and proceed with escalating tensions in the Persian Gulf. So we'll keep an eye on it, and if we get anything from Donald Trump in response to this seizure of the oil tanker by the Iranians, we'll get into that. More locally, doesn't look like Tiger Woods is coming to Memphis. In fact, Tiger Woods himself says he is not coming to Memphis for the WGC FedEx St. Jude Invitational. The best field of professional golfers to ever play in Memphis will not include Tiger Woods. Next week's inaugural World Golf Championships at TPC Southwind will go on without Tiger. He's going to take off a couple of weeks to get ready for the FedEx Cup playoffs. Now, from what I'm told, Tiger Woods has not had a really good opening round at the British Open. In fact, I think he's done, will not make the cut. His back is bothering him. He's got back problems, knee problems. The guy's not in good shape. You know, he won the Masters back in, April? And he hasn't really played since then. So anybody with their hopes that Tiger's back and he's going to win like he used to win, it's probably not going to happen. He's going to have to be a little bit more judicious about the tournaments he goes to and plays. And also, he's probably not going to be in every tournament. I mean, he hadn't really played since the Masters. So Tiger Woods will not be in Memphis. And this is one of those deals where over the past 20 years, Tiger Woods had every opportunity to come play the FedEx St. Jude Classic, and he never did. I mean, all golf's biggest names now will be there. You got to have Brooks Koepka and Phil Mickelson. And Lefty's played here quite a bit. He likes the course, and he does the tune-up for, or what's the next, the next big one after. Usually, it's not anymore because this thing is a different time than the FedEx St. Jude Classic was. That said, you would love to see a big star like Tiger Woods play at TPC Southwind, but ain't gonna happen, not this time. Oh, check this out. Downtown at Ernestine and Hazel's, which is a great place. I used to go there all the time when I was in college, get a soul burger. Well, it turns out that some restoration crews, they found some bones in the walls at Ernestine and Hazel's. Bones of an unknown origin tumbled out of the walls as construction crews were renovating Ernestine and Hazel's. The contracting company, Diversified Builders, their VP, he said that the word got out quickly about the discovery. Someone alerted police and inaccurately told them that a body was located in the bar. So it's kind of like the telephone game. It's like, hey, look, we were ripping out a wall, doing some renovations, working on the foundation here at Ernestine and Hazel's. Some bones fell out of the wall. And then it's like, bones fell out of the wall? Oh my God, it was a humerus. Oh my God, it was somebody's arm. Oh my Lord, a whole dead body was found at Ernestine and Hazel's. And that's not true. No. This could have been bones from a raccoon. This could have been bones from, I don't know, any manner of rodent or pest. Call wildlife solvers if you got anything like that. Don't let the bones just dry up in the walls. They said that the bones were sent somewhere to be identified. So, my question is this. How do you think they make a soul burger? You know, they have to take somebody's soul, and what do you do with the body? Seal it up in the walls. That's not true. So, we've got some shenanigans going on. A woman broke into a neighbor's home. That is not any kind of a newsworthy headline, but it's the reason that she broke into somebody's home is because she was hungry. She was in and out in seconds. Police say Peyton Crowdis broke into an apartment at the Bristol around 11 p.m. Wednesday. 24-year-old slipped through an unlocked window into the kitchen. The man who lives at the home was not there, but a woman he is staying with, or was staying with him, was. She heard the window open. She ran to the bathroom, locked herself in before calling 911, and then the doorbell camera And then surveillance cameras inside showed Crowdis rummaging through the fridge, having broken in the house because she said she was hungry. So, hungry 24-year-old woman goes into a guy's fridge, raids it, and then, to make matters worse, she doesn't like anything. She rummages through the fridge. She's like, nah, there's nothing here I want. And so she bails. I think that somebody may have gotten drunk and hungry, go rummage through somebody's fridge, and then they don't even deem your refrigerator food worthy of eating. How about that? I think that she was arrested, facing charges of aggravated burglary. Aggravated burglary? What, did she have a gun? Maybe it was, I don't know. She's going to face a judge today. Police are investigating after an individual was found in a pond up in Raleigh, the 2700 block of Battle Creek Drive. First responders called to the scene because there was an individual in the water at a pond. The individual was pulled from the pond and pronounced dead on the scene. At this time, it's unclear if foul play was involved. Maybe this individual, this person was trying to beat the heat, take a dip in the pond. Maybe that happened. I don't know. I guess this is an ongoing investigation. We've got a new survey out. I don't know about this survey. Over half of all men admit to feeling embarrassed about their body hair, according to new research. The stat emerged in a survey of 2,000 men, which found that 55% of all respondents said they felt ashamed of their body hair, with 1 in 5 saying they feel this way often. What? Are they just talking about chest hair? Because it used to be. Remember Tom Selleck? Hairy-chested Tom Selleck, Magnum P.I., a sex symbol, a man among men. It used to be you were proud of your chest hair, you know? And now we're in a society where 55% of men are ashamed of having a hairy chest. See, we got to change something, man. We can't keep on going on like this with men being emasculated, feeling ashamed of having a nice rug going. It used to be back in the day. You unbutton the shirt down to the middle of your chest and just let it flow, and everybody's embarrassed. They're going to get their hair lasered off. They're using stuff like the back blade is a giant razor to shave your back. Just let it go, man. Be proud of it. Seriously, man, come on. I knew a guy one time. He had so much hair on his back, he had a cowlick on his shoulder. It was kind of unsettling. I mean, sometimes maybe you need to get that thinned out, but don't be ashamed of it. Don't be embarrassed. It's hair, man. Embrace that. Oh, and finally we have there's an El Chapo inspired clothing line now released in Mexico. I guess, aren't they just called members only jackets? Only time I ever saw El Chapo was wearing a members only jacket. I guess they're going to start selling clothing with El Chapo's likeness on it. And I don't know if they got laws against making money off that kind of stuff. I'm not so sure in Mexico it matters much. All right, we're going to wrap things up and get you set up for the Earl Farrell program. And also, we're going to talk to Earl about this new trailer, not for Top Gun, but another movie. This is pure nightmare fuel. We'll talk about it next right here in the Nation of Jake.
The Voice, KWAM, FM 107.9 and AM 990.
KWAM The Voice is proud to turn our spotlight on Bartlett all this week. I'm talking with Mayor Keith McDonald.
There's so many great things going on in Bartlett right now with the new TCAT, Tennessee College of Applied Technology. That's an exciting opportunity. In the meantime, the high school's already doing joint enrollment with the TCAT. So we're really big on education. There's some wonderful opportunities. The medical device industry here is a burgeoning industry. You know, if you haven't been to Bartlett in a while, what you really ought to do is come take a look.
Spotlight on Bartlett brought to you in part by these great businesses.
Tuition-free college is now available for adults. Get your tuition paid and reconnect to your dreams of a better career at Southwest Tennessee Community College. Call 333-5000. Weimer's Jewelry is over 33 years old, locally and family-owned. They are a complete shop taking care of all your basic custom needs. Weimer's Jewelry, 7525 Highway 64.
If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, stop. Don't do anything until you talk to my man, James Underwood. James Underwood has been helping people like you navigate the Mid-South real estate market for more than a decade. So whether you're looking to buy your first home or you want to upgrade to your forever home, James Underwood can help make it happen. No gimmicks, no guarantees, just a rock-solid guy that I've known for 25 years. So now, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, hit up James Underwood with CryLike. JamesUnderwood.crylike.com. That's JamesUnderwood.crylike.com.
First South has the best rates in town on mortgages, car loans, and CDs. Guaranteed. In fact, if your bank has a better rate, we'll beat it. Applying for a loan or opening an account is easy. Just stop by any one of our banking centers or go online to firstsouth.com. Enjoy the positive difference of banking with First South Financial. Banking with friends since 1957.
ATC Fitness would like to announce their new partnership with Silver Sneakers. That's right, ATC Fitness now accepts Silver Sneakers members. ATC Fitness is your local, family-owned 24-hour gym. Get started on the right track with their easy-to-follow instructions and demonstrations. Remember, if you are a Silver Sneakers member, come to any ATC Fitness throughout the Mid-South. Check them out online at atcfitness.com to find the nearest location to you.
It's summertime and everyone is out mowing, trimming, blowing, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial work, your equipment is vital to your performance. Bartlett Small Engines have been serving the Bartlett community for over 45 years. They do even more than repair small engines. They carry the major brands for lawn equipment, garden, home needs, and even have generators with a parts department on site. Call Bartlett Small Engines today, 901-386-9779.
Taste buds, are you ready for the scrumptious, amazing treats from J Bear Bake Shop in Bartlett? They have apple lace bread pudding, ooey gooeys, even vegan, vanilla, and gluten-free chocolate cupcakes. Plus, their traditional favorites, strawberry, red velvet cupcakes, and sticky buns. And everything has a J Bear twist. Whether it's designing a custom cake or introducing a new flavor, stop by and have the very best J Bear Bake Shop, 7124 US 64 Bartlett.
All right, welcome back.
Yes, have some.
The Nation of Jake on The Voice, FM 107.9, AM 990 online, KWAMTheVoice.com. Streaming live on YouTube, Nation of Jake on YouTube. Subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, blah, 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 blah. You can tell it's Friday because, number one, I really didn't do a lot of preparation on the show, and it showed. And also, I'm tired. I want to go home. That's pretty much it. The hallmarks of a Friday show, The Nation of Jake. So, we talked about the Top Gun trailer. Everybody excited about Top Gun Maverick, which will be out in the summer of 2020. So that got high marks, that trailer, for Top Gun Maverick. All right, everybody's excited about seeing Pete Maverick Mitchell back in action up there in the sky against some drones, I guess. They'll be fighting against drones instead of MiGs. Back in the day, it was MiGs, right? Well, there's another trailer out. This trailer, not so good, Al. Here we go. Cats. A movie. A live-action movie. Cats. And I never saw Cats. Earl, you saw Cats, right? You saw Cats at the Orpheum?
A number of times, yeah.
All right, so you like Cats.
I like Cats.
Did you see this trailer?
I saw something on Today's Show, but I didn't hear it.
It's creepy, man. It's like people, like you would see in Cats on stage, but they wear costumes, like furries, right? Where they're on stage. This is like CGI'd costumes on people, and they're made to look very small, like the size of cats. And it's got Jennifer Hudson and James Corden, and it's got Judi Dench and Taylor Swift, but they're all in these really creepy CGI get-ups, and I'm not on board, man. It's
well, that's what I liked about the play. They were people, but they looked like cats.
Right. Well, okay, then you'll love this if you love nightmarish CGI'd cat people.
But I'm not a big cat person.
Well, nor am I. I'm not a fan. This is just, it's odd. I really have no no desire to see this. My question, though, is why do some of the cats just have fur and others wear people clothes? That's dumb. All right, Earl's up next. I'll be back on Monday at 1. So long, and thanks for all the fish.
KWAM, your news and information station with CBS News updates every hour on the hour. KWAM Memphis.
This is CBS News on the Hour.